Our letter of our choice is filed a formal letter with the city council asking you to change that and put the proposition on the ballot in November 2016. That's not what the statute says. But in the deadline to do that, and it's your choice, the deadline to do that is coming up very soon. And so that brings up a couple questions. Since that's not what the statute says as far as the election goes, can the council do that at all? And if the council can do that at all, then how? And the answer is, yes, you can do that. And as again, I said earlier, there are two paths to reclassify the city. One is the election method, or the petition method, and that would be for the petition to go to the council or to the voters in the island review. The other method is by a city council resolution. So in that case, rather than having the voters decide that they want to propose that the city change its classification, which is the petition. The other method is the city council resolution. In that method, the city council proposes that you are going to change the classification of the city. And if you are the ones who are sponsoring this proposal, then the statutes allow you to choose the election date. And so the way it would work is if you were to accept the proposal by our letter, our choice, and in order to have this matter go to the election this year, you could do that. The way you would do it is by sponsoring. You would have to change it to the resolution method. You would have to change it so that you would be the sponsor of this proposal. If you did that under the resolution method, then you could pick the election date. And the election date could be the general election in 2016. So that's how that would work. And so the question, and again, you can do that, or you can let the matter follow the statutory procedure that is designed for the petition method. And that is your choice. So for tonight, there's one question. Do you want to adopt a resolution sponsoring the proposal? And in which case, the election itself could be in November of this year. Now, I need to say that potentially, now this is the procedural issue. I need to tell you that there are other potential issues with regard to the petition. They don't have to be, there's not a deadline on deciding those issues. They could be brought up at any time. But for tonight, there is a deadline, and that is simply whether you, the city council, want to basically switch this over into the resolution method. So that's the presentation I have. Yes.
Just a quick question. I've been thinking about this for quite a while here, and you mentioned that the state statute fixes the date for municipal general election, and I was just trying to figure out why they would have done that. And knowing that our current election coming up for president is going to be very, very dramatic, I'm wondering if that's part of the reason why important issues like this, coming from a petition from a community, whether they don't want it to be mixed in with all the policies and politics of a general election. But I wanted to ask, if there's any reason that we know why the state statutes state that it needs to be a municipal.
I cannot speak with authority on that, but it's obvious that the state legislature did clearly make a separation between the types of matters that would go at a general election for the president was elected, as opposed to a municipal general election in which the municipal officers are elected and other municipal ballot items go people to people.
Yeah, Mr. Bennett.
Mr. Bloor, if a motion did come from a council member, in order to be worded correct, would it actually be two motions? How would you tie in what the petitioners are asking to a council manager form of government under RCW 35 in a second-class city in order to elect a full new city council? So they're actually, I think I understand, looking for two different results. And again, would that come under one motion or two separate actions?
Well, as I understand it, the action that they are requesting is to reclassify the city back to a second-class city. The way the petition reads, they are expecting that as a result of that an election will occur. Now, whether that is a valid assumption or not, but that's not part of the action that they're requesting. That's not part of the action that would be part of the petition, or the ballot title. That is something that they expect would follow as a consequence.
And this is where the wording gets tricky, so I'd like to speak with Eloise if she's got a microphone.